Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm
And Slowburn ships have ruined our lives.
Today we wanted to do, this is kind of like a rant video of sorts, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rant. We just wanted to talk about Slowburn ships and the pain that
they've inflicted on us. And you know what? It's not all pain because Slowburn ships are honestly the best. There's just something about them. They just pull you in and they keep you there. And it's just, there's something beautiful about like watching a ship grow, like from not liking each other or like not having that relationship, and then slowly over time becoming friends and best friends, and then eventually romantic. Hopefully, at least that's what you hope for when you start shipping a Slowburn ship. You want to get to that point of canon. That's the goal.
That is the goal, and the goal is not just to get to canon. I feel like because you go through a lot of like rooting and getting excited about a ship coming together, you want to see the payoff of that. You don't want them just to get together at the end of the series and then call it a day. No, you want to actually get some payoff from it. It's gonna be great. You want to
be in a relationship because, like, yes, the fun is getting there, but I feel like there's so much more after that you want to see. And so we wanted to talk about some Slowburn ships.
Yeah. So there's two in particular that have absolutely destroyed us.
Yeah, so if you guys know, we were very big Stydia shippers. And so that ship in general, that's an example of a ship who the creator decided to wait until the series finale to get them together. And now we love Stydia, and we loved when they got together, that whole scene, it was great. But in the back of our minds, we're still bitter that we did not get to see them be in a relationship, like get to see them actually like have those moments when they're like together.
Stydia had an amazing progression. Styles was in love with Lydia since the 3rd grade, and you know, she ignored him, and it was really cute because then she fell in love with him and he fell in love with like the person that who she was, and
he always knew deep down who she really was too. And gosh, that was a great Slowburn. It really, really was.
And then we didn't get to actually see them be in a relationship. And it's not the actor's fault. Like, it was a bunch of stuff going on off screen.
With Dylan and particularly with Styles and Lydia and that whole relationship and those actors. Obviously, Dylan had a lot with like his accident and all of that, so that's why
we never
season 6 the filming got kind of like messed up there. But I feel like that relationship for me, I feel like that should have happened like after season 3.
It should have happened
once they had their first kiss in season 3. I feel like after Divine Move they were at that point. And then season 4 happened, you bring in a new love interest, and that's usually when it goes bad because it's like you lose that and you're there and that's the story you're telling and then it's just gone.
It's like you change your mind mid-season. It's just, and it doesn't add up. So then Jeff Davis decides in season 6, oh shit, I gotta get these two together now because we're basically ending after this season, you know? So he gets them together. Then Dylan is going through a bunch of stuff, so Dylan's not around. So we don't get to actually see them be in a relationship except for the series finale, which we're still pissed about because
we didn't, it was just so quick. And I feel like when you're like in love with a show for years and years and years, you want to see that ship get to be in a, like, get to see them be together, that payoff, and it's just not there. And obviously, guys, you know there's more to the show than just that, so you don't have to tell us that there's more to the show than just ships, because there is, but the ships are one of our favorite parts of the show.
Other ship that we'd like to talk about in particular is Belaric, because
so you guys know we love Belaric. And now this is recent. So with Belaric,
we're still not canon, and we're going on season 6.
And now
we have hope that we will be. We're never gonna not have hope. We just go through a lot. Like, the Belaric fandom gets beaten up, like,
in general,
frequently.
But particularly the Belarics, we get beat up. We're told that we are delusional, like, all the time. And even, like, the cast and Jason and all of them, like, we love the cast, don't get us wrong. But sometimes people aren't nice about Belaric and fans who ship Belaric. And Belaric is just, being a Belaric shipper, it's really, really hard. It is, especially now, because right now we don't know where we stand. It's really, really hard in the fandom.
It's really hard because
we're trying to keep hope.
We do have hope. We have hope going into next season. There's a lot of reasons why we do, but I think that it's really hard, like, from being here and watching it, like, live and everything for so long, that, like, it just, like, eats away at your soul that these two are not together and you haven't seen them kiss yet.
And it's like
it's so hard.
And it's like you want it so bad. Like, it's just, it's really hard. And it's annoying because the fact that, like, okay, end of season 4, we all were so sure, like, next season, it's our season, it has to happen. So that's why season 5 started off really promising with the reunion and everything, and we kept thinking, like, okay, Becca was gonna break up and everything, and we get a lot of hints, like, they were setting it up. Setting up Blark canon in season 5, and it didn't happen, and...
There's this thing called bait.
Yeah, there's
this thing called bait. They did it on Teen Wolf too with Stydia. Yeah. What they do is...
They give it to
They give you, like, a little bit, and they keep you there, because they're like, listen, you know... We're not going there, but here you go.
Yeah. The thing with bait, though, sometimes bait is bait, and then sometimes it's not bait, and it's the story. And with the 100, it's always been part of the story.
And we've been told frequently, like, oh, you know, Bellamy and Clark are the center of the show. You know, these are our 2 lead characters. This is the center, which is very different from Styles and Lydia from Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
But it's the same process of, like, watching a ship develop for many seasons and going through the motions and listening to the hate and also applauding them and rooting for them and everything. And, like, we're at a point now with Blark where it's, if it doesn't happen by the end of season 6 or season 7, then if it doesn't happen at all, then every single thing that you've ever told us was bait. And it's not the story that you've been trying, like, and it's not the story that you've been fleshing out. Exactly. Like,
and no, like, none of it matters. Like, why does it matter? Like, all those scenes with Blark, like, those are all a lie then to me, because they're, like, the way that, you can't even say, like, you're interpreting them wrong when you're, like, watching those scenes, because that is 100%.
That is 100% what I'm seeing on screen.
What I'm seeing on screen is not Bellamy and Clark as friends anymore. It's not.
We are seeing them be romantic now, and we are at the point where they will be romantic. Like, we have so much faith, guys, that we will get our romantic
because we have so much things in season 5 that pointed towards that, where it has to happen, because if it doesn't, then there's something wrong here. The hostage taker and his girlfriend, a traitor who you love, like just so many things, like blurring Bellamy and Echo out of the reunion to show Clark. Like, Clark's feelings have been so just clear on the screen. Like, the radio calls being
You don't call somebody for 6 fucking years and not love
Bellamy,
them. Like,
looking at Clark, I can't do that again. Like, even, like, the ending with them was just a beautiful ending, so and
we have so much hope, guys.
There is just there is so much proof that it has to happen. So much. It's why I can't even imagine a world where they don't get together, and that's what's Blark is just so beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful, well-developed relationship, and I don't think that it is. Yeah. Like, when you have a relationship like that, it would be such a shame not to do it and not to explore the story that you've told. And
absolutely, it's a disservice to the characters. Yeah. And, like, I feel like from, like, a writing perspective, like, we are English majors, and there's a point where you need to let the characters tell you the story. You need to let the characters really explain where they're going and let them go. And, like, it sounds crazy because you're the one directing it, you're the one that has the pen there, and you're literally writing it, but these characters are real and they become real. Like, you make them, and you just need to follow what they're telling you at this point. This is the slow burn that we went from, like, enemies to reluctant allies to friends to partners, to best friends, and now we are at this step, and that's why it's so much more, like, it's rare to see a couple go through a slow burn. Like, a slow burn is such an amazing concept to me, because I love it. There's so well developed.
It takes so much time on the writer's part, and so many, like, so much time has to go by where you can really, like, explore that and have that development, like, over time of the seasons. And
yeah, but it just, like, it needs to be done correctly. Like, Teen Wolf is an instance where it was done, And then Jeff Davis went a little bit wacky and then tried to fix it.
Yeah. So that's an instance that
where we're a little bit bitter about some of that. Where
it wasn't done it wasn't given given like the justice it deserved.
Exactly.
I don't think. So
this is just our opinion though about that, but we feel like
I mean we still obviously we love Stydia. We love all the scenes that we've gotten, but it's just like the pacing of it was just that's really like the timing and all of that.
And that's the difference with Bellamy and Clark. Like I really feel like Bellamy and Clark, like we are at a point where we've just gotten so many hints, especially this season, that we have to be going there. And like I just feel like that last interview that Jason did that we all got and the whole fandom was like so upset about it and stuff. I really think it's just an interview, guys. Like don't really give it too much don't give it too much thought, because it's not what we're seeing on screen. And I just feel like if you're gonna say that, then literally like everything was a lie. Like you're telling me a different story.
Like you're saying something very different from what you've written, and
and it's not boring. Like you guys, like, have you seen our reaction videos? That's not boring. It is amazing, and it's so beautiful to see.
It's a well-developed relationship. Like that's what people want to see. That's what I want to see.
Don't you want that in your life? You want a relationship. You want to
get to a point where like you're friends with somebody, you become best friends. Like you have that development. You're not just gonna like
just get together
in 2 seconds, or show a couple that gets together off screen. We don't get to see it happen, and we get no development whatsoever.
No development.
We don't want that. We don't want that shock factor shit. Yeah. We don't want that. Nobody wants that.
I feel like
it's just to make Bellamy and Clark not like to totally go against the story that you've been telling, and to keep Bellamy in a relationship with somebody who is toxic and
who stabbed his sister, killed his girlfriend. Must I go on? Going back to the whole predictability. Now, as somebody who reads a lot of romance, this is just romance in general. For some reason, I feel like the romance genre is like looked down upon in some way. Like people look at shippers like, oh, all they see is like the romance, like that's not a big deal, like that's not, like you're missing the real point of the story. No, I can love a couple on screen and still understand the story. Guess what? I'm an intelligent human being and I understand storytelling and not just the romance of a story in general. Like this goes,
and I feel like the romance is not going to like it's gonna enhance the show. It's not gonna
enhance your story.
Exactly. It's not going to like make the show all of a sudden like not cool or something.
And romance in general is one of, if not the most popular genre in the entire world. Like if you think about it, romance is such a huge part of like everybody's life and what you strive for in life. And like, and to have it be like, oh, you know, that'd be really predictable if they got together. Like there's nothing wrong with predictability. There's nothing
wrong with that. That's the way that it should be. We should be able to see it coming. If it just comes out of nowhere, like what the hell? We don't want, like that's no development. We want to see it coming. We should all see Blar coming. And guess what? We do see it coming. So if it doesn't happen, then there's something wrong with the way that you are writing your show.
Exactly. Like we feel like it is coming because that's what you're telling me on screen. I'm not going to pay attention to an interview. I'm going to pay attention to what is on the screen. And I think that
that is why we really do have, that's why we're holding on to that.
Because we believe in stories.
6, because we believe in the storytelling. And that's really what we're holding on to. Because in our world, there is no way that it can happen right now. So
it's really hard watching slow burns. Like listen, there are some slow burns that are like absolutely beautiful. Like example, like Lois and Clark from Smallville, like that was amazing development. And like most shows like Olicity, that had amazing development as well. And we're not saying like it's bad if a couple like gets together right away. Like example, Caramel, like that's something that's done completely normal.
That's completely normal.
It's normal, yeah.
There's just something special about a slow burn because you get to see,
when you see it go through so many seasons,
you feel like you've been through it all with these characters. And like I feel like I've been through everything with Bellamy and Clark. Like I feel like we've just seen them like grow so much and help each other grow. Bellamy is who he is today because of advice that Clark gave him. Like they make each other better people. And they complete each other. Like that's what happens.
The head and the heart.
Like with ships in general that are slow burns, like they just they just help each other. Like, they literally are just, like, so connected.
Yeah.
And they, like, have this deep understanding for each other. And it's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it would be a damn shame if Bellamy and Clark are not
I can't imagine that.
I cannot imagine that.
I can't imagine.
Because of the story that has been told so far with them and everything that we've gotten. I can't imagine it.
Slowburns in general, though, I think are just so much fun to watch because you really get to see them develop fully. If you guys are interested, we definitely recommend checking out Cloak and Dagger. There's a really great Slowburn on there right now.
That's a great Slowburn
show. So
good. We're really enjoying
And there's
that.
only 10 episodes, so we really recommend hopping on that bandwagon. It's really good. Like, there's a lot of Slowburns that have been well developed and we've gotten to actually see on screen and root for and everything. But I think just Bellamy and Clark need to get together. I'm tired. They need to get together.
Exhausted.
We are at this point where we're here. Let's do it, and it's gonna be great. You know, it's gonna be amazing and beautiful.
It can be incredible. So we are really holding on to that hope, and we hope that you guys are too. And I think we just went on and on about Slowburns. I don't know what this was.
We were just like sitting here like talking about Slowburns, and we just decided to just
like talk to you guys about Slowburns. So let us know what you guys think about Slowburns down in the comments below. And
do they cause you pain?
Yes.
But aren't they really like,
it's like
it worthwhile?
pain that you love.
Yeah, exactly. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below.
Yes, and let us know your favorite Slowburn ships.
Let us know your favorites. Yeah, we'd love to hear. And I'm sure that there's so many Slowburns that we love that we didn't even think about. So please let us know what your favorites were, and we'll talk about those with you as well down in the comments below. You can also talk to us about all of our ships on Twitter and Snapchat. We're at City of the Fields.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye!